Wondering what I've been up to this whole time? Some of you might have noticed I've been gone a little while. Well, I've been playing more Suikoden the Last Hope. I started again from the very beginning after playing like 16 and a half hours. And a couple things. One is I made it just as far as I was in like 11 and a half hours, saving a few hours. Hi there, good. Oh, thanks so much for the sub. It seems like some bugs are fixed and some are not. I'll show you guys in a minute. Let's see, let's kind of try and do this properly. Oops. Okay, good. I want to attack this one. And then he still has the clone rune. I'll let you know what I mean by still. Oh, hey, Eric. Whoa, that still didn't kill it? Alright. I guess I'm forgetting that this is a backup save that I kept during my second playthrough. Now, after you defeat Kwanda Rosman in Suikoden the Last Hope, this is Suikoden the Last Hope, it's a ROM hack of Suikoden with some event changes and character rebalancing. After you defeat Kwanda Rosman, it warps you, or I should say, when I played version 6.0, excuse me. I've also been sick, that's another reason I haven't been streaming in addition to playing this. But anyway, it warps you all the way back to your castle, where you're immediately thrown into, like, another army battle. In this version, I don't know which is vanilla, I'm guessing maybe it's this. So perhaps an oversight in the 6.0 version, it warps you back. If it doesn't warp you back, then you're forced to kind of come through here with Kuromimi and Kirkus in your party. I put Stallion in my party just because I can dash. So I was able to recruit Gon. Big brother Kuromimi, how have you been? Well, if it isn't Gon, Kuromimi is fine, working hard in the Liberation Army. You're looking great, big brother. I want to be like you. Recruit! Gon, I have good news. Master McCasual says you're welcome to join the Liberation Army. Hooray! So yeah, you can just get them on your way back. Which, you know, you can't warp to this village. You have to warp to, like, the Dwarf Trail or Panu Yakuta and then walk back over here. And this guy wouldn't join me initially. Maybe you have to be strong enough, or Kirkus has to be strong enough? I thought maybe you needed more elves in your party. But now he's joining me, so go away. I have nothing to say to a runt like you. Ruby. Kirkus, why is an elf helping humans? Elves, humans, it doesn't really matter. We're all born in this land. At least I feel that way. I'm doing this for everybody, for friends, and not for vengeance. Kirkus, when I left the village, you were so little. And now you're greater than I am. I'll give you a hand for the Liberation Army. Maybe you've got to level up Kirkus, I don't know. Some things are changing. Some things are changed from 6.0 to 6.6, which I'll show you in just a little bit. Before I do, there's one thing I want to check. So, getting more to the point, the bad news is the main bug where the party selection screen froze at the end of, well, I should say when I stopped playing, Jesus Christ, these neighbors. When I stopped playing 6.0 and I decided I'd play through again, because I thought I missed some people. I missed these guys. I missed them on this playthrough as well, intentionally, because I wanted to recruit them on camera. But, yeah, 6.6 didn't fix that issue. I made it all the way to where I was, after wasting an additional, like, 11 and a half hours. I'm using free, like, auto battle a lot more now. My god, it saves time, even if you guys will get hit a bit more. But, it's still the same glitch. I still can't add party members at that point in the game. That made me very upset. And I think it might have to do with how they added Ted into your party. Alright, here, let's just... Let's just burn them all. I'm not really feeling better. Maybe a little bit. You know, I think my son has a grass allergy. But with me, I don't know, like, I had, I thought I was getting sick the last time I streamed. I was, like, coughing and sneezing a bit. And that always kind of comes and goes with me. Hey, what's up, Kuja? But, there was, like, I missed a day of work. There was, like a couple days where I was just bad. And I was, like, a little bit more tired for a little while. But then I've had this cough, like, the past week, too. So you'll probably hear me cough a bit on stream here. So what I've done is, as carefully as I could, I'm pretty sure I've recruited everyone that I could at this point. Again, this is after you defeat Kwanda Rosman. Let's just free will it. We'll have to do a second turn, but whatever. Now remember the pirates? You have to go to the pirates' hideout with Taiho and Yamku in your party. But they won't join you unless your castle is level 3 or higher. This save I kept right here. This was the last place in 6.0 that I was able to add like more than one person in my party. I can have up to 3, like, you know, of my choosing in this party right now. In this ROM hack, because it adds, like, you know, Odessa and at a later point Ted, and it forces a lot of people into your party. By the way, that wasn't a glitch. That wasn't a glitch caused by, like, transferring save file to save file. It still happens here. I'm at the point now where I have to recruit Flick. So, this is the only part where I can add Taiho and Yamku into my party. And I recruited everyone I can think to recruit, and I'm going to try to recruit Flick now. But if my castle isn't level 3 now, I can't get the pirates, and I can't get it all. Now, they're already up to 6.8. I don't know if any of those fix the issues. And at this point, I'm probably just going to pick up from my save point from where I left off and go from there. Even though I can't add people to my party. But yeah, I think it's just impossible for me to recruit everyone. And it could be the emulator I'm using. But let's see, once we recruit Flick here, the very next thing is going to be, it's going to throw us into another military battle. And, you know, at this point, this is like the most amount of characters I can have in my party before that battle at this point in the story. I'm pretty sure. It's of course possible I might be missing a person or two. Like, I missed a couple of people that I got in my first playthrough, and I went back and looked like, oh yeah, I forgot about them. It's so easy to forget people if you're playing without a guide. But, like, I want to play with a guide for a relatively short game that I haven't played in a while. This game's a little bit longer than I remembered. I remembered it being really short, probably because I played through it a second time. I remember it went a whole lot faster the second time. But me saying it's like a 10-hour game was probably pretty misleading. I'm sure it's under 20 hours if you go through the second time. But now we're going to take the boat back to the castle right now. And yeah, it didn't upgrade to level 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save my game, I guess. And I can't get those pirates to join me. I'll show you. Actually, no, I can't show you because, I can't change party members right now because it starts a battle. And after that, it forces my party, like, all the characters in my party are forced from there, all the way up until that next point in the game that I played to last time before I started the game again from the beginning. And I can't express my rage enough that doing all that all over again in my own free time the past week, I haven't been streaming, I've been working on this, same exact issue, didn't fix it. I'm very pissed, but I mean at this point I gotta play. Do I have to play through it to the end? I mean I love Suikoden, but they're coming out with the remaster very soon. It's gonna have Suikoden 1 and 2 like on the same game. And I think I'm very likely to purchase that. For what system, I'm not really entirely sure. I don't know if it'll be Steam. This, by the way, look, level 52. This is me playing exactly as far as I made it in my previous playthrough. This is my 6.0 save file. This is my 6.6 file. See how much time you can save when you know where to go? I saved like 5.25 hours. But a couple things that did change between 6.0 and 6.6. Again, infuriatingly, the game still locks when you try and add members to your party. But it made it easier to recruit a lot of the other characters. To recruit a lot of the other characters, you don't need to actually have certain people in your party. And, one character I said I would probably recruit him off stream. I thought it was less than likely, but I went ahead. Remember this guy that we found in the QAnon cave? Crowley? The guy hidden in that, like, secret passage in the cave? I talked to him, and he just joined me. Maybe I had enough people in my party, or maybe they just made it easier. But, you'll see. Some of these guys that wouldn't join me in my last playthrough, whether it was due to bugs, or just not being able to edit my party, they join you easier now. And this was one of them. The only guy I've recruited, like, off-cam so far. Just take my word for it. I talked to him again. He joined. I tried to recruit him. He said, why not? Maybe I'll get some sunshine. And yeah, so he joined. And he hides in the basement. Perhaps this old man can be of some use. There's a few more. Let's start with... let's see. Scarletisha. There's one character here that wouldn't join me before. She'll join me now. I'll probably fight some battles on my way up and down. But it's not very far to go. Unlike Crowley. Oh, young master, let me join you by your side. This has probably changed dialogue. I was pretty sure you had to put Milik in your party to get her to join you. Originally. But like many other characters, it made it easier. Now, you remember Jabba? He was that, appraiser in the town of Recon. You have to farm, those stupid Holly Fairy enemies until one of them drops a rare drop called a nameless urn. And then you have to give that to him to appraise, and then he joins you. He just joins you when you talk to him. So, there are some improvements. Quality of life improvements that, I do appreciate. And they also changed around some of the default runes that they gave some of the characters in this version of the hack. So, like, for example, like Cleo and Gremio have different runes equipped from the start. Gremio, he had the double beat rune, which let him attack twice on one turn. Instead, they gave him the water rune, which lets him heal, instead of Cleo. And they gave Cleo, like, a wind rune, so she gets, like, wind magic. So that was a bit different. Now, I can think of a couple others. Where's the Warriors Village? Here we go. Yeah, I mean, I want to assume this guy's aware of bugs and stuff. I checked, by the way. I went and I talked to Moose in my last playthrough. And he wouldn't join me. I think that was actually a bug. I think he should have joined me, because I had Moss, Meese, and Mose in my party already. Or in my entourage. Howdy, got some work? Moss, Moose, Mose, these all joined the Liberation Army. Maybe they're supposed to be in your party when you talk to him in the original. Maybe this dialogue has changed. Master McCasual, if they believe in you, so can I. If you'll let me join. So good, now Mose the blacksmith has joined. And, let's go ahead and save my game log. And I hope I'm not forgetting anyone else. Like, it's been, I think, at least a few days since I've even played this game. I do think, I think his name's Master Grand. He might have a couple other aliases. But, I've commented on his, like, YouTube posts and his Facebook posts. Like, oh, hey, yeah, I'll make sure to play and stream your game. But I have a lot of negative criticisms about this hack. I just love Suikoden. The dialogue, by the way, it's the worst English I've ever seen. Like, I couldn't write worse dialogue if I tried. So obviously he's not a native English speaker, so I mean, you know, that's... I can't fault him too much for that. You have to assume the English it's the worst I've ever seen. That's saying a lot. I used to live in Japan for 5.5 years. That really is saying a lot. But, you know, just these glitches. Again, it could be the emulator, but like I started again all the way from the beginning. If he fixes that party swapping glitch at this point in the game, I'd like to know about it. Now, there was one other character that I'm able to get easily enough from here. And again, I have 5 members in my party because I can't add anyone to my party. Because if I talk to Sanchez, I can eject a couple people from my party. Can't add anyone. Game will freeze. I thought for sure they would have fixed that bug. I thought for sure that bug was due to me saving from like one version to another version and then back. But for all I know, maybe it's fixed in the current release. You know, again, I may start this again from the beginning, but at this point, it's just like, you know, if I'm gonna play through Suikoden 1 again, I'd love to get all the characters recruited now, but like, if I'm gonna do it again, I might as well just wait for the remaster. And honestly, I might consider getting it for Steam in that case. Although Switch is tempting because you can play it portably. Because then I can, you know, show you guys, hey, by the way, these are some other characters that you could have recruited, or these are some differences between vanilla and the hack. I can do like some little videos on that. But Mace, normally I think you have to put all the other 4 blacksmiths in your party to get Mace to join. Like, put him in your actual party, which of course you can't do in this hack. But this guy just joined me when I talked to him, just like Crowley did, and Moose, and that other lady from Scarletisha. Who are you people? What do you want? If you've got no business with me, go away. Recruits. Join the Liberation Army? I can't trust you. If all joined with you, Mas, Mies, Moose, and Mose, then I'll join you. Yeah, this is definitely changed dialogue. You can really tell. But I do appreciate the quality of life features. I think some treasures are probably also changed. Maybe some default character equipment is probably changed. Alright, I'll get rid of her in one fell swoop. You know, I should have used this level 4 attack now that I think about it, because we haven't really done that on cam yet. But again, I don't know if I'm going to play through this game. I gained 2 levels. All the way to the end at this point. Let's play like at least a little bit. Maybe until the next, like let's play through some plot. And if it looks like we're gonna do like, you know, another major dungeon crawl or whatever, I don't know if I'll feel like doing that now, if I actually want to start the hack over again from the beginning. Or maybe wait for a little while until these bugs get fixed, and then start again from the beginning. In the grand scheme of things, it's a fun game. It's not that long. It goes by sort of quickly. But also, it's kind of exhausting to keep restarting a game again and again and again. This isn't the most recent update, by the way. It's a recent update, but again, I replayed from the beginning. I played 6.6, which is this one right now. I didn't transfer any saves from the old 6.0 that I started with. Let's see, where should I go? I think I'll go back to the castle. But they're up to 6.8 now. I don't know what other bugs were fixed. I think some events were even further edited in like 6.8. And in fact, actually, I'll show you guys something else. Master Grand, the author of the hack, did announce when 6.8 came out that this, why is there a character and a place named QAnon? This is T-Shark Castle. I feel so good. Yeah, I named everything the same name. I don't know if I'll do it again if I start from the beginning. But apparently they're gonna let this guy save your game, in 6.8 onward. I'm not sure why. I don't know if there's any, event that prevents me from just saving my game at the inn up here. I don't know if QAnon is gonna save your game in the town of Ante. But I'm gonna save here, and we'll see what we can do about advancing the plot a little bit from here, I guess. Until I feel like stopping, switching to a different game. And then from there, maybe, maybe starting this again from the beginning. One very important note. So, you know, Ted, who normally doesn't, like, yeah, Ted and Odessa. Neither of whom, like, are supposed to be, like, alive at this point in the plot in the vanilla. That's kind of cool, but I mean, it means that, you know, in a game with, like, 60-something characters that you can put in your party, you can't put new ones in your party because you got people occupying slots. That's fine, it's a ROM hack. You know, makes it a bit hard to recruit some people. And in fact, I'll even, you know, I'll show you exactly what I mean. This is what I'm struggling with right now. I've shown you guys before. I've talked to these guys, and again, from what I read, you have to have Taiho and Yamku in your party. Maybe this could be fixed in the quality of life updates. Who the hell are you? Liberation Army? Never heard of you. Beat it. So, like, you know, these 3 pirates are supposed to fight you, I guess, and then join you. But they won't do it, and I can't put Taiho and Yamku in my party. You know, because I can't dismiss Humphrey or Flick right now. Maybe it's just a glitch at this, you know, specific point in the game. Maybe it gets fixed later. But there's another thing I gotta mention. If I try to show it to you guys right now, it might break the game again, and that's fine, I could always reset. But, so how was Ted forced into my party? I think Odessa maybe took the place of... Again, my memory is terrible. I didn't even remember a lot of basic stuff when I started playing through this again. She might have taken place, the place of Commander Craze, that one guy who you executed, because I think you have the option to not execute him in vanilla, and I think if you don't execute him, I think he stays in this cell right here. Someone does. It might have been him, maybe, maybe not. Maybe she takes his place. So Ted, remember last time I was streaming, I cropped this out of my video I put in my YouTube playlist. Queen Monica in the chat suggested to me that I should go back through Necklord's castle after beating it, because there's a guy who will be all the way at the top of the tower that's supposed to join you. Well, I did that, and then the character wasn't there, because my castle wasn't upgraded all the way. So, you know, wouldn't join. My castle is still not level 4, I don't think. Let's actually make sure. If we exit and go back in, we'll know for sure. But, that character, Pezmerga, Uber's nemesis, Uber being, like, a bad guy, a very powerful bad guy, who is a recurring bad guy in the Suikoden series. His nemesis, Pezmerga, who, like actually many characters, rejoin you in Suikoden 2. Yes, Suikoden 2, it's a storyline sequel to Suikoden 1, and you should play Suikoden 1 first. There are, like, more than a few characters that rejoin you in the second one. And the second one is an objectively better game, more unite attacks, I think, like more combos, and it's a bit of a longer game, you know, but more visually impressive. I'm impressed enough with this. Like, I love Suikoden 1, but Suikoden 2 is just, it's even better. But anyway, so Pezmerga, I think Ted in my party takes the place of Pezmerga. I think maybe that somehow breaks the game. I heard that, like, reading the comments somewhere. So, maybe, I think I read if you talk to Pezmerga later on, once you get your castle level 4, and you talk to him, and you get him to join you, he'll take the place of Ted. So, then Ted's gone. So do you want to recruit Pezmerga? Don't you? Pezmerga's a badass, but you gotta go all the way back up the tower.